Hey guys, today I'm going to read a book by Judith, Orlove. It's Thriving as an Empath, and if you hear static in the background, I'm sorry, that's my air conditioner. I forgot to turn it off before I started recording, and sorry about that. Simplicity and minimalism. Simplicity is a central principle of my tacit path. It also helps me notice the simple beauty of how light falls on trees, of cooking an artichoke, or smiling with a friend. Many empaths are drawn to simplifying their lives and decreasing stimulation and reduce sensory overload. Plus, it just feels liberating not to be so busy or have so many possessions. You can find happiness more in life itself rather than accumulating things. A few years ago, in the mindset to move, I gave away most of my furniture, clothes, and took only necessities. Traveling light feels amazing. Less can be more. It was a way of clearing physical and psychic space, as well as illuminating excess. Stimulating your life helps you reclaim time. Instead of being jammed in appointments and possessions, you can find a resting space, a sacred pause, or open-minded periods to imagine what is possible and savor the magic simple things. As Henry David Thoreau wrote, a person is rich in proportion of number of things is not rich in the number of things they have or can afford to, let alone. What? Okay. A person is rich in proportion to the number of things they can afford to, let alone. Set your intention. I will feel how freeing it is to simplify my life by planning fewer activities and letting go of some possessions. I will observe how much this opens up time and space. I am better and capable of enjoying movement. February 5th. Feeling things intensely. We're all guilty of that as empaths. That's what empaths are notorious for. Alright, feeling things intensely. Empaths have sensory neurological systems that act quickly to input. As if you're holding an object with 50 fingers instead of 5. Since you don't have the same filters as non-empaths have, light, taste, smells, sounds, and emotions may often feel incredibly intense. If you experience life passionately, you're more under guard. I used to be afraid of being too intense or turning people off, especially the men whom I was dating, with my strong emotional responses. I would try to hold my feelings in and be someone I wasn't. However, I have grown as an empath. I can see how beautiful living with passion and intensity is. I never want to change this about myself. Still, self-care is critical to support your intensity and open your heart. And if movies, or newscasts is too painful to watch, limit your exposure. Always plan an adequate time of quietude to balance your intensity and calm your mind. Once you embrace your ability to feel deeply, you will attract others who value this quality in you. Set your intention. I will not pretend to be someone I'm not, or repress my emotions. I will accept that I have strong feelings. I will seek people out and situations that support my sensitivity. Let me just take a drink of water. Alright. Let's get back to the reason for today. Being alone versus being lonely. Taking regular periods of alone time is an empath salvation. Being alone lets you stop interacting with people and responding to their needs. You can regulate the sound, light, temperature, and other aspects of your environment to suit yourself. Alone time lets you enjoy your own company without any intrusions. You can meditate, breathe, stretch, reattune your natural rhythm. By being lonely feels different from being alone. It is a painful separation from a nurturing source, whether that is yourself, spirit, or community. Sometimes, when you are alone, loneliness will arise. Don't resist it. If you feel lonely at times, we all feel lonely at times. I feel homesick and lonely for myself when I get too busy. You can also feel lonely with people, whether you experience loneliness a little or a lot. This emotion alerts you to reconnect with your wellspring of love. You are never really alone. Spirit is always with you. So if you're lonely, just focus on your heart and on spirit. Also try reaching out for support rather than simply retracting from the world as empaths do. Love will help your loneliness subside. Set an intention. I will make room for alone time every day to rejuvenate myself. Feeling lonely reminds me to reunite with love. At those times, I will reconnect deeply with spirit and friends. Soul friends. I love my soul friends. Soul family, what's up? If you're watching this. Right. I am moved by the concept of Amanakara. It is a Gaelic for a soul friend. Someone whom you have a special affinity to share your deepest feelings. Your bond is so close that this person may feel more like family than your biological relatives. Growing up, I always had one best soul friend. I did everything together. We did everything together. This felt better than socializing with lots of other people. You might relate. Empaths typically have one best friend or a few good friends rather than a large social network. Identify your soul friends, value special connections, relationships, and encourage your growth rather than help you feel understood as an empath. Also, try to alert you finding a new soul friends. Even if this concept is something that you hadn't considered. At your first meeting, you may experience deja vu as though you had known each other before. It feels like a rejuvenation rather than an interdiction. Soul friends are devoted allies to cherish. In the course of your friendship, you can offer each other mutual support. Set your intention. I will be open to finding friends whom I have a special connection. Even if I don't have one now, holding the desire to in my heart will help me find them. I believe most of my friends are soul friends. How you know is you just can talk on and on for hours, or you just feel really comfortable and at home with them, like it just said. But it's better to have close friends and friends that talk behind your back. Most of my friends are best friends. Just personally, it's better. Anyways, February 8th. An empath's open heart. Empaths are blessed with open, loving hearts. You care deeply for others in the world. Your heart goes out to humankind, the flowers, the earth, and the children. You may also have a special love for animals and creatures. Your emotions run deep, and so does your intuition. Thriving as an empath means learning to care about yourself as much as the world. It includes realizing how profoundly and important your empathy and over-intellectualized society. Your caring provides a crack of light in darkness and will get you through it. Though loving can hurt too, it makes you feel stronger, bright, and pure. As part of self-care, you must become the protector of your heart. How? Say no to anyone who has made you feel small. Practice positive self-talk and reverse your negative thinking. For instance, if you're thinking, I'm not good enough, or I'm not enough, which many empaths do, you can quickly counter with false statements of reforming. I am enough. I am good enough. I am loving. I will grow stronger and more confident. Then you brought yourself back to the realm of positive energy and kindness. Set an intention. I will value and protect my open heart and choose relationships that support it. My ability to love beings and light into my life and the world. Marry yourself. Okay, that sounds really weird. Let's see what this section has to offer. Again, that really sounds weird. Okay, marry yourself. The most important relationship you will ever have with yourself is the nurturing bond that keeps you healthy, happy, and whole. I adore the idea of marrying yourself, also known as self-uniting marriage. It's a way of formally communicating with love, honor, and cherish your own growth and empathic gifts. It's nothing to do with narcissism or being self-absorbed. The vows you can include: I will treat myself with compassion. I will not abandon or let anyone hurt you. I will listen to your needs. I will always be loyal to your well-being. How can you marry yourself? First, formulate your own unique vows, then a love letter to yourself, which is a love letter to yourself. Write them in your journal to refer to. Next, create a simple ceremony reciting your vows in the flower lace altar and magical location in nature. This can be a private with friends or animal companions as a witness. This can be private or with friends or with animal companions as a witness. It's also okay to say your vows inwardly without any ceremony. In addition, you can wear a ring, bracelet, pendant, or a symbol of this sacred union with yourself as it appeals to you. Marrying yourself is possible whether you're in an intimidating relationship or single. Intimate relationship or single. In either case, cherishing yourself magnetizes and deepens love. The place you attract and sustain the partnership honors your sensitives. Set intention. I commit to love, to honor, to cherish myself. I will devote myself to self-care and growth always, whether or not I am in an intimate relationship. Okay. Attracting love. A basic law of energy is to attract who you are. A basic law of energy is that you attract who you are. The more love and positivity you emit, the more you will bring to yourself. We have subtle energy transmitter. We constantly love out signals that others similar frequency receive. Since your energy reflects your beliefs, it is crucial that you feel worthy of love. This may not be naturally if you are raised from dysfunctional family or do not see or support your sensitives. Or perhaps you have narcissistic or alcoholic parent who didn't give you much love that you deserve. If so, this healing work will acknowledge your own worthiness. You can attract people who are capable of love. Intimacy is much about what you bring to your partnership. What you receive is what you receive. You can't expect others to treat you better than you treat yourself. This self-care participates more inputs will support your senses of worthiness and aligning with your frequency of love. When your goal is to treasure yourself and to heal the fears of close to your heart, love will open its arms and satisfy what you have been yearning for. Set your intention. I am a loving person. I am worthy of love. I will attract the kind of love that supports my body and soul. Alright, last one for today. I want love and I want to be alone. Do you ever feel comfortable when you're in an intimate relationship? Nope. Or are conflicted? Do you want companionship but you're afraid to be alone? Until recent... do you want companionship but you also want to be alone? Recent years, I have spent much of my life being single. To togetherness seemed suffocating to me. I was in a relationship, I'd get overwhelmed and long to escape. When I was single, I'd long for a soulmate. Yup. My desire for connection has conflicted with my desire for solitude, and push and pull might identify my wish. Okay, this part is so true. I've learned that intimacy becomes possible for empaths when they can authentically express their needs. Bottling up your emotions will not make you happy or ease. When pressure builds, you may want to bolt. A core part of your self-care is to identifying your intimacy and needing to express yourself to your partner. To start, it's helpful to journal about what would really make you comfortable in a relationship and highlighting the 5 priorities. Do you need more alone time, less noise and clutter in the house, fewer visitors, to walk in nature with your mate, or time for sensuality? Being authentic craves your consciousness and communication. Set your intention. I will honestly communicate with empathic needs in relationships, including the need for downtime to be alone. I deserve to be relaxed and to be happy with a partner. The end. Thanks guys for tuning in, and namaste.